Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? It's Wellness Wednesday, and unfortunately, I didn't get to do this live with you today because I had at my mother's doctor's appointment a little bit later than we expected. But that's okay because I'm here with you now, even though this is a recorded video. At least I'm here, right? And I want to give you our 3 tips for this Wellness Wednesday. You know, I'm so happy to be here with you. A lot is happening, but I'm trying to, like most of us, like many of us, stay positive, stay focused, and stay grounded. And so again, as we do every Wednesday, I welcome you. My name is Rebecca. I am your creative transformation and mindset strategist, and I'm here to plant seeds in your mind and your thinking that will help you, change your life to the point where you can begin to manifest the desires of your heart, step into your relationships confidently and lovingly, and of course, set some boundaries for yourself to help you succeed financially, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. So I'm so happy to be here with you. I want to ask you, as I always do when I start, how did you start your morning off? Did you begin with a word of praise? First of all, thank you, Lord, for waking me up for another day. And then after that first thought, the prayer thought, what came next? What was the next thought? Was it something positive and life affirming, or was it something negative and life draining? Did you think, oh my God, I got to go to these meetings. I really don't want to do this today. I just want to stay in my bed. Or did you say, I'm excited. I've got so much to do today. I can't wait to get to each one of them. I'm going to get through my day. The reason why I ask that always is because, again, the thoughts that you allow to take root in your mind are the thoughts that will govern your day. They will run your whole and entire day. And so if you are beginning with negative thoughts, life-draining thoughts, then this is how your day will proceed. The universe is going to give you exactly what you just spoke, right? Because what we speak, we create. Because we believe it. We believe it with our mind. We believe it with our hearts, and our eyes seek validation for it. It's the same thing. It's the same energy for if you are speaking positive, life-affirming messages. Your day will go in that way. That's not to say that life won't try and throw curveballs at you, because that is in fact what life does. But you'll be able to handle them better, work with them, because you have that positive power, that life-affirming energy behind you, and it won't be so impactful. Right? So it's important to think about what are those thoughts that you're putting into your mind first thing in the morning, and then mind those thoughts as you're going throughout your day. What are they? How are they shaping my response to things that are happening around me? Remember, life isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. So that change of mindset can really alter how a day goes, right? All right, so let's move into our notes here. Hope you have pen and paper. Let me give you our Wellness Wednesday tips for today. Again, I wish I could be with you live, but hey, I'll be here next week. Things happen. Let's move forward, right? So the first one I want to give you is what we put up yesterday for Take Action Tuesday, which got a lot of response. I was really happy to see that. And that is the power of positivity, being positive. When you are positive, you add to every situation. And what you're adding is that powerful creation energy. When you look for the glass half full attitude and spirit, then the universe responds in kind to that by providing you with sight to see and tap into positive answers, positive projections, positive thought patterns. And we need that positive energy right now. There's so much happening in the world. The world doesn't need another negative thought. It doesn't need you to add another negative thought. What it needs is positive, loving energy, right? It needs for you to have the lemonade mindset. So begin to practice how to look at the positive things in life, how to look for the positive in the situation. One of the things that we talked about that's connected to this on our Monday mindset course was attitude of gratitude. So, all right, things didn't go the way you necessarily wanted them to, but what was the best thing that did in fact happen? What what did go well. So I would encourage you to understand that The power of positive thought. Looking at life, looking at the glass as half full. It is extremely rewarding and beneficial to you. Physiologically, it again helps your body release those happy hormones. It's a healing, it's a cathartic and a healing thing that's happening for your body. And then spiritually, it keeps you grounded. And it helps you to create and manifest the things that you do in fact want for your life, for your family, for yourself, for your community. So how can you add positive energy to a situation? Again, not adding, things that are out of the possibility of creation, not foolish, simple things, but really tapping into the positives of what is happening. An attitude of gratitude, how to do that. That's our first tip. That first tip is positivity, how to have that positive energy. So how will you contribute something positive today, whether it's to your own life or that of someone else? How can you contribute something positive, right? That's the first tip. The second tip is my favorite, and I talk about a lot, and that is the power of laughter. Oh my goodness, you've got to find pleasure in laughing at how ridiculous life can be. There's just sometimes you have to laugh at yourself. Like I noticed that every morning or every day when I get ready to get dressed, if I have to go somewhere and I'm preparing for that, I tend to leave my slippers on my feet all day when I'm home because they're comfortable, right? But I have noticed that every time I get ready to go out and I put on shoes, I leave my slippers in front of my bed, and it never fails that every time I come into my room, I trip right over those very slippers. And I'm always trying to put those slippers out of my way, but somehow my feet always seem to find the freaking slippers. And, at first I used to get mad and frustrated. And now I just laugh because I realize, that's probably the universe telling me to slow my behind down because I'm always rushing. I'm always, quickly going through the room to try to get something. And perhaps that's the message to me that you need to slow down, Rebecca. You need to slow down, right? So, but what are the things that you can, find in your day to get a good chuckle out of? Again, it's physiologically, it's a great thing for us physiologically to laugh because again, it releases those the happy hormones that our body needs. Our body is made up of hormones that help us to live, that help our organs function, that help us think, that help us heal, that helps us reproduce life. So it's important to understand that, it's okay to laugh not only at yourself, but certain things, you can't help but laugh at. And in fact, how many of you found yourself in a situation where you were in a room or in a meeting and something happened and you and the person next to you gave each other that look, and the next thing you know, you guys fall out laughing, or you're trying hard not to laugh, right? I want to again encourage you that laughter is good medicine. Laughter is good for the soul. And I want you to tap into that today. What is something outrageous that you can laugh at? That again, it helps recenter you and reground you. And it helps, and it gives you that moment of really understanding that you are here. And it's a good thing. So I want you to, whether you're watching a TikTok video or your favorite comedy show, or you just do something randomly silly, or your kids do something, have a good laugh, man. Release that tension. Exhale. That's part of laughter. Part of laughter is your body exhaling. Again, as I've said repeatedly, so many of us are walking around holding our breaths, waiting for the bomb to drop. That's not how to live. Enjoy this moment, this journey, this time that you have. And even in the midst of darkness, even in the midst of chaos, there is still laughter. Grab it, use it, hold on to it, fall into it. I want you to pay attention to these opportunities when they come along to really get a good kerfuffle. Don't you just love that word? All right, so our third step actually is action. That's our third tip for today. Action is the bridge between wanting and having. Action is the bridge between wanting and having. So what are you doing today to change your wanting into having? Monday, the Lemonade Mindset, we talked about our 5 tips, and again, that attitude of gratitude and tapping into vulnerability were two of the big things that lead to action. How do you move from the want to the have? And complaining and bemoaning your life and being jealous and envious of other people, that's not getting you one step closer, not 1 inch closer to what you want to have. In fact, it's moving you further away, because that's the wrong energy, right? It's the wrong attitude. So how are you using your visualization techniques that we've talked about? How are you using the power of meditation and prayer to move from the want to I now have status? How are you doing that? And what that requires is you're going to have to, again, put some feet on your faith. You're going to have to reach out to people, be vulnerable, to safe people. Again, you should have done, been watching and be mindful of who you do reveal your vulnerability to, but still accessing that, right? And also, putting a plan into place, the steps that you need in order to move from point A to point B. And if that means you have to call certain people or meet with certain people or put out a certain this or a certain that, then what are those steps that you're taking to move from the want to the have? And so this is something that we're all struggling with, because what it requires is from us to go from a woe is me pity mindset and a fear-driven mindset to a faith-driven mindset, to an action-driven mindset. And that requires that you think in a particular way and that you speak and see in a particular way. And so how are you going to do that? How are you going to tap into that? What steps will you take today? So will you make that phone call? Will you send that email? Will you schedule that meeting, compose that letter? Will you make that down payment? What is it that you're going to do today to go from the want to the have, right? All three of these are connected, because to do the action, you got to have a positive mindset. And even if you make a mistake, you got to laugh that sucker off. I mean, you got to find the moment of brevity or the moment to understand that this is a good time to laugh, to have some fun, to let go, right? So those are my 3 Wellness Wednesday tips for you. Again, we talked about the power of positivity, being positive. How will you create that energy for yourself today? How will you contribute something positive, right? Laughter. How will you remember to laugh at something outrageous or funny today? And action. How will you, what steps will you take to move from wanting to having, right? So I thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys, again, have any Wellness Wednesday tips that you think I should share, you want to talk about, you can direct message me on any of my social platforms, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, or you can send me a text message or send me an email. Go to my website, RebeccaLPierce.com. All of that contact information is there. I wish you guys a fantastic rest of your week. I'll be back Friday. If you're in my Tales of an Ex-Superwoman group, which is for women only, we will be having our Fearless Friday follow-up chat about our Monday mindset class and how our week went. And so I hope you send me a request to join that group if you're looking for a space where it's all about information and resources designed to, again, plant those seeds so you can begin to change your thoughts, to change your life, so that you can have the best relationship that you want. You can start that business that you've always dreamed about, because you have that financial freedom, you have that mindset freedom. It's all about that. So I hope you will consider joining us. So guys, you have a fantastic rest of your day. I will see you guys all soon. Okay, bye.